One of the legacies of the browser wars is that JavaScript runtimes got faster and faster and faster and faster. And with Kaluma, it's now possible to run JavaScript on the Raspberry Pi Pico. And how this exactly works, I'm going to show you in the next steps. Basically, the first step is visiting kalumajs.org and clicking download here. And then here we find the various versions. And I'm going to be using the RP2040, the basic version. So I click here, or you see this is a beta, so I'm going to click this. Now I get here, and now I can download an UF2 file. And anybody who has ever used a Raspberry Pi RP2040 or similar before knows what happens next. Basically, you hold the thing like so, you see the boot cell button, and then you plug this guy in, and that's already the first step. And now we see here on the workstation a new folder here. And then we just go in here and we copy and paste the file. And we drop it here. And we see the copying sometimes takes a bit of time. And when the copying is done, the machine croaks, as you see here, and starts up again. And if we put in ls-usb, we see that the guy is here, but he is now nameless. In the next step, of course, because JavaScript is JavaScript, we need node.js, and here you see the version which I'm going to be using. And the next step, of course, is downloading this CLI as you see here. It's basically a normal command line environment for playing around with the thing, and this just shows the download process using the Node Package Manager. And yes, sometimes you get such a mistake, and if this happens, you go again with sudo. And now we see it is done, so it's ready to go. And like with almost any other Node project, we now create ourselves a new work directory, and this is where we're going to be playing. And now we create a new file. It's currently empty, so let's edit it. This is the Hello World program from the developer. And now we can already try to flash it. And tada! We see that it has been flashed. And after the flashing is done, we see that the LED blinks. And with this, we've proven that the setup basically works. And now, in the next step, we want to be an hero. And so we are going to try what happens if we send such an endless loop to the board. And now we go here, we flash it, and we see that the flashing has been successful. And now in the next step, of course, we want to see what's happening on the GPIO pin. And then this is the reward which we get. So we see that there is a waveform, and it's actually kind of stable. So now it's time, because this is of course only half the test, and we see the length is not too bad, so the time spent for switching is not too high. But this is only half the test, because now we are going to return and we're going to try to flash it once again. So, and now we go here and we try to flash it once again. And we see that it takes a very, very long time. And yes, this will still take quite a bit of additional time, but I'm now going to cut it short a little bit, because essentially what is happening is that the JavaScript runtime is completely occupied by this guy here. And he blocks all of the compute resources, and so this guy practically cannot connect. And if you find yourself in such a situation, it is pretty difficult, because if you do erase like so, it claims to have erased it successfully, but the next flash will once again fail, as you see here. Simply just reflashing is not enough, because the JavaScript code lives in the remnant memory area and is not touched by the UF2 file. So in the first step you have to deploy this file. After that you have to deploy the Kaluma VM once again, and only when this is done you're ready to go. And yes, to show this, in the first step we put here the flash nuke, and only when the flash nuke has done its job, this takes about a second or two, then you see it comes back, and only then you can reinstall the VM. And only now, in theory, we can reflash our non-working program, which we're of course not going to do, because otherwise you have to do the whole process once again. And the only way to achieve what we want is to use again the set interval function, which we had before. So now I'm writing it out and I'm flashing it once again, and we see that the flash has worked. And now we can once again bring up the oscilloscope to find out what happened. And now we see the second waveform, and we still see the two wave shapes, but now we also see a huge trough. And this huge trough is basically the time where the node.js runtime is idle and where it can do whatever kind of housekeeping it feels like doing. And this of course has its benefits, because you see, now I'm taking this guy here, putting it here, again writing it out, and ordering another flash. And we see that it connects once again, halts, and now it resumes, and now we get 3 iterations per trough. So what is the important lesson here is that you must not starve the main runtime, or otherwise weird things will happen, because no housekeeping can take place. And one other aspect which is kind of important is that Kaluna basically supports the entire complement of hardware acceleration engines found on the RP 2040. And if you go here into the docs, you find here the API documentation. For example, I'm clicking here for the ADC, or you can get the GPIO API. And what is very interesting is that there is also support for the PIO module. And if you go here into examples, you can find a bunch of more or less ready to run examples. For example, one for the above mentioned PIO. And this basically allows you to find out more about the various features on your own. And finally, I wanted to once again mention our friends at OEM Secrets. In case you are looking for a distributor, you see here you can look for the Raspberry Pi Pico. You can scroll down to find your favorite distributor, and then you just click here the Buy Now button to get directly to the website, as you see here. And then you are here on the website and you can just order the thing immediately. And with that overview, I hope that I've been able to show you the basic handling and give you a bit of a walkabout of the ecosystem. And I hope that this has been useful, and see you soon. Thank you so much.